Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to Slade Films' The Predator. So The Predator is actually a sequel and not exactly a reboot to the franchise. So it stars Olivia Munn aka Psylocke, Boyd Holbrook, Michael Caine and Theon Greyjoy because I don't know his real name. So, a predator on board its ship crashes into Earth for reasons I'm not gonna reveal as to keep this review spoiler free. It comes in contact with Holbrook's character, aka Quinn McKinnon, who's also a soldier. So shit goes down between them, Quinn is imprisoned to keep information on the alien life form silenced, and he eventually meets up with some ex-soldiers, aka the Looney Crew. Predator escapes the facility and now Quinn McKinnon, Olivia Munn and the rest of the crew has to find a way to stop this killing machine. So critics are not really liking this movie. The score keeps reducing as I keep checking it. It was like at 50% the other day, and when I checked it today, the Rotten Tomatoes score was like at 40%. However, I've read a ton of mixed reviews from fans and I can understand the mixed reception for this movie. Now, I personally enjoy the Predator franchise, except Predator 2, cause fuck that movie, it's shit. In my opinion, this movie kind of feels like it belongs in 2013. If you guys have seen this movie, you know what I mean. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I really did have a good time with this movie. It's a quick-paced action comedy movie with a lot of violence and blood because rated R, obviously. There were also a few, nostalgic moments that kept the grin on my face through the entire movie. Now, I think this is probably the most badass interpretation of Predator, and I loved it, man. I thought Michael Caine was really over the top, but I felt it worked really well, for what this movie is, and I really did enjoy his performance. My favorite aspect is definitely the Looney Crew. I mean, I felt they were quirky, funny, and their comedy worked for the most part. The characters are pretty charismatic and likable, just like in the original Predator, and I felt that was the strongest aspect. The action scenes were pretty good. I mean, it was brutal and it just showcases what a badass Predator is. I thought Holbrook was alright. I mean, I never really took him for this main character type of guy, but he did a fine job in this movie. There's also this kid actor who I thought was really adorable. Other than that, I love the refurbished Predator tech. I thought it looks really good, really modern. Predator on steroids was pretty cool. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, of course, I do have my issues with this movie. I mean, characters do things that are absurd and somehow make it out perfectly fine. I'm not gonna get into anything because I don't want to reveal any spoilers. So some things felt a bit, unrealistic. The dialogue wasn't all that good, and I really didn't buy into a certain subplot that eventually ties in with the third act. I thought the story was, alright. I thought it was something different in the Predator franchise. It could have been executed much better. Now, I don't know if this relates to the lower budget this movie had. I mean, I googled it and it said they had a budget of $88 million. I felt some of the special effects was a bit dated, especially in 2018. But all in all, a very entertaining action comedy movie with charismatic characters, brutal predator moments, and an average plot. But because of the issues that are present, I'm gonna give the Predator a B-. If you guys adore the original Predator, then you'll definitely have a good time with this movie. Even if you've never seen any of the Predator movies, don't worry, you'll still understand the plot of this movie, without having to watch the prior movies. So critics and audiences definitely have a different viewpoint on this movie, but I just want to know what you guys think. I mean, if you've seen this movie, let me know your thoughts down below. By the way, this is my current ranking of the Predator franchise at the moment. Let me know your personal rankings as well. I'm interested to see your list. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao. Refurbished. I cannot pronounce that.